What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I have an unboxing video on this boot right here. Now this is the Adidas F50 and Bape collab. They did a whole collab, so the Predator was also involved, and they also had jerseys and a bag, I believe, and maybe something else. I think shorts, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really take a look at the collection. I just saw the boots, and the Pred and the F50s are really nice. They both look amazing, but me personally, I really like the F50s more, which is why I got those. And I feel like I just have like the leather Preds and the standard Pred, so I don't really need another Predator. But I did get the Adidas F50, and this is the box that it comes in, and it's the same box as the Obsidian Strike. You guys can see right there, F50 Elite, Bape, and it is the limited collection box. I kind of wish that it came in a special box that kind of matched the, you know, the same colorway, I guess. It would have been nice. Instead, we got this all matte black box, which is still a nice box, but I kind of wish we had um, I don't know, a special box. And it does come with some extras. So here we have the Adidas F50 in all black. And you guys can see right there, it is Adidas and Bape. So that's pretty cool that they include their logo. On the other side, it just says F50. And again, we have that logo there with Adidas and Bape. Something else that we do get is extra insoles. So here we have a pink and a blue. Um, Same design as the insoles already included, and I guess these are the comfort insoles. But yeah, and then we have the boots themselves, which is this really nice colorway in my opinion. I really like these more than the Adidas Pred. They just look amazing. I mean, the sole plate looks nice, but this like fade from pink to blue is really nice, and like the small little details which we'll get into. But let me know what you guys think of this boot down below in the comments. Do you like the collab? Do you prefer the F50 or the Adidas Predator? Let me know down in the comments. Now this collab and this colorway is really nice. The Pred colorway was also really nice as well. Like I said, I just already have an Adidas Predator and like two models, so I just decided to go with the F50. I do have a standard pair of F50, so I kind of didn't want to get a pair, but once I saw these like in person, I was like, yeah, these are really nice. I gotta get a pair. But yeah, I guess we'll go over the details really quick. So you guys can see they just have the logo all across right here, and then you have this like shark mouth, which again is like associated with Bape, and like it's you see it in their clothes. So that's pretty cool. And the graphic print is really nice, really high quality. You do have a little bit of gold here in the Adidas logo. You guys can see right there. It says, let's say, a bathing ape. Yeah, right there. It is a little bit different than the other shoe. So here it just says F50. And you guys can see that the color is also a little bit different. So this is a blue tongue, this is a pink tongue, and then laces are pink on this boot, and then blue laces on the other one. So that's pretty nice. I kind of wish that they would have made like pink to blue and then blue to pink. It would have been like the opposite. That would have been a little bit of a crazier colorway, but I think that would have been really cool. But still, these look really nice regardless. Some other small little details that you don't really see in the photos all that much is these little stars. They're kind of see-through. Hopefully you guys can see them right there when like the light is shining. And it's only like here in this area of the boot. You don't really get it all that much here. Maybe here on the lower side, you guys can kind of see the little stars. This also, I think it's their logo. Again, I'm not really much of a fashion guy. I don't really know about Bape and all that stuff. But yeah, you guys can kind of see those stars. And honestly, the stars themselves, I thought they were going to be like somewhat grippy or just have more of a texture that you could actually feel. But they kind of feel slick. They don't really add anything, which is kind of surprising because I thought this would be more like the sprint web texture that we do get that's a little bit rough. So I honestly thought it was just going to have a little bit more grip to them. But you honestly don't really feel them all that much. Um, Maybe they'll feel sticky a bit afterwards, but right now they don't. Honestly, like it's pretty much nothing. Also, around here you guys can see that they have the teeth, like the shark teeth, um, which is basically this, but on the edge of the shoe. which is kind of cool. It reminds you a lot of the Adidas Predator Instinct Crazy like and that design right here. So, and that was one of my favorite boots. So you guys can also see here in the studs, it's like pink studs and then blue studs. So that's kind of cool that they kind of switched the studs as well. The insoles are also different, which I'll take them out real quick so you guys can see them. So here it's blue. This is actually surprising. It's just like the standard, I guess, comfort insole. There's no like perforations in the insole. So that's kind of weird. Usually there's perforations, and then the other one is like this one, just a standard insole. So yeah, that's kind of different, I guess. And the other insole is also different. I'll show you guys really quick if I can get the insole out. But yeah, here we have, it is pink with a different logo, or an A, I guess, for Adidas, I'm guessing. But yeah, it's pink. So one blue, one pink, and you get an extra set of insoles in the same color. So that's pretty nice. So the colorway itself is really nice. It just has a lot of details and like stuff you don't see like in the pictures. So I actually really like that. And in person they just look incredible as well. And the F50 is just, I guess it's the standard F50. I will say that I've never tried the F50 like after the launch colorway, and I hear that the launch colorway and the other F50s are kind of different. People have said that the F50, like the launch, the chameleon colorway is like the softest out of all of them, and I can see that now because this F50, it is stiffer or not as soft as the one that I have. So here I have the standard launch F50, and you guys can see it's so much easier just to like move around. It's more pliable and it just feels softer compared to this one, that it just feels a little bit firmer, not as soft, not as pliable. I'm hoping with the break-in that they will get softer. Maybe they won't get like this soft. Like you guys, I don't know if you guys can like tell the difference. Like this is so much softer when I push it down, and then these, like, it takes a little bit more effort to like push it down. But yeah, these are like buttery soft in my opinion, which is why I guess I understand now that people say that the F50 isn't such a good boot just because it had a stiffer upper. I always thought that this upper was like the standard upper. I'm hoping that it does get softer as you wear them, but we'll see. I will be wearing my pair. I will be doing a play test, so stay tuned for that. Something else, like I said, you just don't get the sprint web. So with the Adidas F50, you do get like sprint web, and they redesigned it in the latest colorway, so you get more of it. And this just added, if you guys can hear that, it just added a lot of texture, and it gripped the ball not in a grippy way, but just added some grittiness to it. And it was subtle, but you were able to notice it. And it wasn't a lot of grip, it was just like a nice amount of grip. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, it felt really nice. Like I actually liked it. But on this one, you just don't really get that. And like I said, I thought these stars were honestly gonna feel like the sprint web texture, but it doesn't. For the most part, it is kind of smooth. Like I said, you do feel it, but it's very minimal. I don't think it's gonna grip the ball all that much. So I guess if you don't like having any grip on the boot, like nothing, I guess this is a good colorway to get. But I'll let you guys know in the playtest if there's a huge difference or not. I don't think I'll do a full review on these. I will be doing a playtest, like I said. I'm not going to be doing an on-feet portion either. If you guys do want to know more about the sizing and the fit, go watch my other video of this boot when I did the unboxing and first impressions. I do have an on-feet portion there, and then I also do have a playtest of these as well. So if you just want more information right now, just go with that. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions on this boot, just let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know, do you guys prefer the F50 or the Adidas Predator in this collab? If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified for the playtest of this boot. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.